Hey, it's Ship. What's going on? I'm just doing a real quick video on the update video on the mystery drum kit. For those that didn't see the first video, this is a three-piece drum kit that I picked up in Monroeville, PA, just outside of Pittsburgh. And the reason a fella had these on Facebook Marketplace for a while, and I just kept looking at him and kept looking at him, asking him to send me pictures and all this stuff. The reason why I was so fascinated with these drums is that they are single-headed drums. As you can see, they're only drilled, you know, like a concert tom, but they're not concert toms. 14 by 20, 16 by 16, 9 by 13. When I got them, they were absolutely smeared with hideous orange paint, and then they were so dirty, I guess they had been kept in a garage or whatever. And I mean, if you go back and watch the other video, you'll see what I'm talking about. But I was fascinated by these drums because I did not know what they were. So I went, I picked them up. A guy gave me a pretty good deal on them and got them home and have been stripping them and sanding them and all that stuff. And I posted them on the Vintage Ludwig Drums group on Facebook, and a lot of conversation as to what they are. A couple people thought maybe they were just like some cheap Japanese shells that someone threw Ludwig hardware on. I don't know why you would do that. Some people said that there were different companies that just sold shells, and someone may have made this kit out of those. I'm not sure. But a lot of the consensus that I'm beginning to agree with is that they are Gretsch. These shells are silver. They had black paint on the inside. As you can see, the floor tom still has a lot of it in there. But this 9x13, I've gotten most of the paint out of it. And you can still see the silver paint. And just so many guys on there are like, those are Gretsch, those are Gretsch. The shells have this weird, it looks like it's segmented, but I don't know. I've never seen that in a drum shell before. Like I said, single-headed. There was the Ludwig tom mount was there, and then this, standard Ludwig lugs. They're good-looking drums. It's really hard to tell in this lighting, but underneath all the sand scratch marks from me getting the paint off, there's a really nice grain. When this is wet, it looks great. Originally, I was going to wrap these, and then I was going to have a friend paint them. I think maybe I'm just going to continue sanding them down and then maybe put like a nice stain and a nice clear lacquer or something on there, to protect them, and then just, rock out on them as is. But I just wanted to make this quick video just to update on everybody on where we were on this mystery drum kit. Still don't really know what the deal is with the, them being single-headed drums. You can see it has the little spur type mounts. There's 4 of them on there. One of the fellas on the forum on Facebook mentioned, and he's right now that I think about it, I was curious as to why there were no extra holes. And what I mean by that is if someone had taken shells from a cheaper drum set or any other drum set and put Ludwig hardware on it, it is unlikely that everything would have lined up and there would have been extra holes. And there's not. The only thing on the 9x13 is the lug holes in the mount. Same with the floor tom, where the leg mounts were and the lugs. Now the bass drum, this is what really has me thinking. Okay, had a Ludwig rail consolette on it. Okay, that was mounted right here. And man, I looked on eBay at those things. They are going for like $275, $295. They are really bringing in the cash. I was tempted to sell mine, but I thought, nope, I want to keep this kit together because that's what made it unique. And so I don't want to do that. But wood hoop and, so everything Ludwig, except there was a cymbal mount. I don't know if you can see that right here. You can still see, well, I can, the diamond shape. Gretsch cymbal mounted or shell mounted cymbal holders were diamond shaped like that. There was a cymbal holder on this kit when the guy initially listed it on Marketplace, but someone had bought it before I got the drums and it wasn't there. So I don't know because the Gretsch cymbal mounts say Gretsch on them. And I really, really looked at the pictures that he had posted on there, and it looks Gretsch, like the diamond shaped, but I can't tell if it says Gretsch on there. And you know how the MIJ companies were. They ripped off hardware all the time. They copied Ludwig and Slingerland blatantly. The only thing that was weird about that cymbal holder in the photos is the screws that mounted it went through the mount. Like you could see the screw on top, and then there's a nut on the inside, where the Gretsch one would go in like a lug. So the screw would be on the inside and you wouldn't see it. So that's what kind of has me wondering if it was Gretsch, if it was something else. Who knows? I don't know. But that's where we are. If I had to make a guess tonight, I would say Gretsch shells. And a lot of guys on that Facebook group agree. But no one's sure. But I'm going to continue cleaning them up. I'm going to get them put back together and hopefully have me a nice little rocking kit. I just want to show you this real quick. I think this is cool. After I got the paint off, I noticed this. This would be the bottom of the drum. Okay, if the bass drum was set up, it would be, this would be the top, this would be the bottom. See how it's all worn right there? I think that was from where it was rubbing the ground, which would make sense because it would have been the front of the drum, and if there was no head on it, you know, and you had somebody playing them and not elevating it onto the spurs, it's not damaged. Like, you can't feel the difference, but you can see right there. And then, like I said, here's the spur where the spurs were, so that would put it right at 6 o'clock. So just thought that was cool. But yeah, the mystery drums are kind of still a mystery. I'm leaning toward Gretsch, but I'm definitely open to opinions of others. I don't know, we do got a little bit of something there I'm going to have to take care of. But overall, they're really awesome shape. I was able to pick up some of the missing bits and pieces. I needed a claw hook and a T-rod and a couple lugs and stuff like that. And then my buddy mentioned that there is a coffee can of Ludwig lugs in his garage from an old Ludwig kit he had. Glad he told me about that after I bought some. Ding dong. But anyway, that's another story. I'm going to try to get them. So, mystery drums. Don't know. Thinking Gretsch. Definitely would like input on folks. See what you think, man. Chime in. It's a fun little project we got going here. Take care, everyone. Have a great Christmas. And I will keep you posted.